Good evening, everybody. This is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Hey, we got a great interview today with Mr. I used to smoke. Now they call me the Vape King. How are you doing today, Mr. Used to Smoke? Mr. Vape King? Man, I'm doing really good. I'll tell you what. I just think life is real good. Whoa, what was that noise? Well, I'm over here, I'm vaping. I'm having me a vape party. You know, you get these clouds of vapes. Once you start vaping, you get really good at blowing all these cool clouds. Well, are you okay, sir? Yeah, I'm pretty doggone good. And the reason why I say I'm pretty good is because I don't smoke no cigarettes no more. I'll tell you what, I smoked cigarettes for like 20 years. Well, how long have you been vaping now? Well, I've been vaping for about 7 years now. Sir, that's quite a long time. Weren't you supposed to transition from cigarettes and maybe stop, stop with the nicotine? Oh, hell no, I need my nicotine. I just wanted to stop smoking. They said that at one time this vaping was a more better way to go. Well, you know, statistics say that, hey, with this COVID-19, that a lot of people who are out there using those vape machines and stuff are more susceptible because of water on the lung. What are you talking about? Well, they call that popcorn lung. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but that's what they say. I may be wrong, and I am sometimes. Well, that sounds a little bit scary. Okay. Well, hey, listen, sir, I didn't mean to be rude. Now, we're just doing a basic interview today. So, now let me ask you a couple of questions. Now, do you vape a lot or just a little bit? Well, I vape from the time I wake up in the morning, and I vape all day long, and I vape all night. They don't call me the Vape King for nothing. Well, that's pretty funny. It sounds like a cigarette smoker. Yeah, sort of like a cigarette smoker. I hear that those cigarette smokers, they smoke in the morning, the middle of the day, after lunch. Do you do all that too? Yeah, I do. Well, I just thought I'd ask. A lot of people, that vape, they originally try to quit smoking and then they find themselves addicted to that nicotine. Do you find yourself being addicted to nicotine? Oh, hell yeah. I love my nicotine. Well, let me ask you a question now. A lot of people who have vapes, do you only have one cartridge? Do you only have one type of a piece of equipment? Oh, hell no. I'll fix these things. I've got about 20 vaping devices and, I can do all kinds. I mix them and fix them up and I get my little cartridges. Well, can I ask you a question? How much were you paying when you used to smoke cigarettes 7 years ago? Well, I'll tell you, to be quite honest with you, I was probably smoking about 2.5 packs a day. So I was probably about $7, maybe $7 a day. And, well, let me ask you a question. How much are you spending now? That's a good question. I hadn't really thought about it. I've been smoking for 7 years. I think these little cartridges run about $35. They last me a good couple of days, sometimes up to a week or a little longer. So I don't know. I have to kind of take a look at it. Well, let me ask you a question in this regard. Being that we're doing this interview, let me ask you a personal question. How does it make your breath smell? Well, I have this thing called vape breath. It's like you still got to brush your teeth. You think just because you quit smoking, you won't have no bad breath. But I'll be quite honest with you, them damn vapes, they give you that vape breath. Woo, boy. And I'll tell you what, well, does it bother people when you vape around them? Oh, hell yeah. People don't want to be ingesting all those chemicals that are in the air. At least they think that anyway. Well, can I ask you a question? What type of flavor do you have? Well, I got peach flavor. I got doggone pine flavor. I've got just about 10 different flavors. Wow, it sounds like you're a connoisseur of the vaping cartridges. You really enjoy all those different flavors. Oh, yeah, man. I used to dip tobacco, too, and, years ago. It kind of reminds me of when I used to get that wintergreen in between my gums and my cheeks. And I'm going to tell you what, I sure do miss that stuff. But now that I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, Well, sir, it sounds like you still got an addiction. It sounds like it's a very costly addiction. It could cost you your life. Does that scare you? I hadn't really thought about it. You're kind of scaring me a little bit. I thought I was doing pretty good. Well, you pretty much are. I guess you've taken one habit and you're giving yourself another habit and you're still spending as much money. Does that sound like it's pretty healthy to you? Not really. I hadn't really thought about it. You're making me feel bad. Oh, sir, no, I'm just trying to get some information out there. We've got a lot of people listening to this. And one of the things that I love to also ask is, when you vape and everything, have you ever tried those vaping marijuana cartridges? How did you know I was using one of those right now? I'm just curious, sir. I didn't mean to get into your business. I'm not looking through the blinds or anything. How did you know I was vaping? How did you know that? Well, sir, it kind of gave it away. You were coughing, and I was just curious because vaping is a big deal, and a lot of these potheads, they use that vaping sensation. They use those cartridges, and they really seem to enjoy them. I'm just saying, I've just heard about them. So you say you do those then? Well, nobody knows who I am talking on here. I am the Vape King, so I partake, and I do smoke that stuff too. Boy, I'll tell you what, it'll light your fire. And it's condensed too. It'll make you feel real. Look at the colors. Oh, shit. Okay, sir, are you okay? Sir, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, yeah, man, I'm catching a buzz. Okay. Well, sir, I didn't mean to get into your business and everything, but why do they call you the Vape King? Because I vape all the time, bro. I really do, man. I can make these clouds as big as my house. Whoa. Man, look at that cloud. It's huge. That's why they call me the Vape King. Well, sir, can I ask you a question? Now, does your children smoke too? No, they don't smoke, but they do vape. So what you're saying is you're handing it down to your children. Doesn't that sound a little strange, like it's almost like smoking cigarettes? Well, I hadn't really thought about it. I thought it was a little bit safer. Well, that COVID-19, they had a lot of people that got really sick from those cartridges while they were smoking those things, and it was causing them to have water on their lungs and stuff. Now, I'm not a doctor or anything, but that doesn't sound too safe. No, it really don't. And they had some situations, what I heard on the news, where people were getting these marijuana cartridges and they were messing them up pretty bad and they were getting sick off of some of that stuff. It could have been the chemicals that they were using in there. Man, you're trying to scare me. No, sir, I'm not trying. I'm just trying to get you informed. A lot of people, they want to vape. They think it's a safer process. They think that not smoking is, a better thing, better to vape. But, sir, it's been 7 years. I've had people say, well, I quit smoking. I quit smoking. Oh, I quit smoking. And then I'll ask them, well, wow, how did you do it? Well, I started vaping. Oh, crap. Well, sir, let me just make sure that you understand this. None of it's healthy. That nicotine will get you addictive and a heart attack. Yeah, I love it. It makes me feel real good. Man, I got to have it from the time I wake up in the morning all day long. It's like smoking them cigarettes, but you don't smell like a cigarette. Well, let me ask you a question. What do you smell like? Well, I smell like whatever the chemicals they got in these different cartridges, and I'm the Vape King. Well, sir, we just had a really conversational conversation, and I just wanted to find out what you were all about. So I got an idea that you haven't really stopped smoking. Well, I stopped smoking tobacco, but I still smoke that wacky tobacco, and I do it in my cartridge. And I also am the Vape King. I'm always vaping, and I'm gotten pretty doggone good about it. Well, sir, don't you think that you might want to stop to help your health? No, I'm not going to do it. If I stop, I'll be dipping or I'll be smoking cigarettes. So I guess I'll die. They'll have to pry one of these little cartridge machines right out of my dead hands. So hope you enjoy your day there, guy, Mr. Announcer. Well, folks, we just had an interesting conversation with Mr. He used to smoke, he used to dip, and now he's addicted to what? I'm addicted to vaping. I am the Vape King. All right, guys, we had a great interview, so I hope you enjoy yourself. And listen, guys, don't do it. Stop doing it. And if you got an addiction, get some counseling, get some help. And remember, guys, vaping, it ain't safe. All right. I'm the Vape King.